Let's have a business conversation at least for the next about 20 minutes or so. We have partnered with Google to help you get your business more visibility online, to help you pivot. We've got to use that word. In these COVID times, pivot your business and see how else you can reach out to your customers, grow your business, expand your business opportunities. Yesterday, the Google expert that we've been speaking to, Rosemary Momanyo Pio, she's the SME lead for East Africa at Google, told us about the marketing kit and the market finder. The marketing kit is this tool that helps you to create, and you can even go ahead and do some simple graphic designs, and you want to create messages that you can then share even on social media about your business. And the market finder is this one that tells you, so this is the business that you're running. You sell, what do you sell?
Juice.
Juice. So you're selling juice, and this is juice ya ukwaju. So if you're selling tamarind juice, like Mohammed in Mwakijembe, if you're selling tamarind juice and you'd like people to know about it and its benefits in building and boosting your immunity, so if you go to Market Finder, it'll actually show you the other areas of the world where there's great demand for tamarind juice. And it can also then, you go in there and it tells you how you can access those markets, who you can use as logistics companies. Maybe it can also link you up with the official regulations and what you need to do to be able to sell your juice outside the country. Okay? So this is Market Finder. But Rosemary promised that she's going to now take us a little bit into more greater detail about this. Rosemary, hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I am very well. And how about you all?
Good, thank you.
We are fine.
We are all very fine, thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Great.
So, as we also encourage people who have any questions on everything that we've learned so far, you can SMS any of those questions. 40127 is our SMS number, or post the questions on Spice FMKE Twitter or Facebook. Rosemary, teach us about the marketing kit and market finder.
Yes. So I will do another demo again for you today. So we're going to begin by saying, how do we get to this landing page? So the first step is, as an SME, you go to Google and then type in g.co/Grow Africa, and you'll see the link to Grow Google, and you'll click on it. Or you can just type in Rise Up Google, and you'll come to this web page. Again, just to highlight to you, the page was developed with the insights around supporting businesses, individuals, and those who are in the classroom, so both teachers and students. But today we'll focus on the business section, and we want to figure out how we can help SMEs get customers. So we click on the Get Customers link. And then we discussed yesterday Marketing Kit, a great summary, Eric, thank you for that. And we did a high-level top line on Market Finder. So today we're going to go deeper into Market Finder. So I click on, I click on Market Finder. If I could just click on the right one. Here we go. And then the interesting thing about Market Finder is you just need to have a website. A website or a business profile will work. So in this example, what I'm going to do is to just, again, take you through how to use it. So I will go and use the example of Wangare. So you can see here is her one-page website, right? That we discussed already with her a few weeks ago. I'll just click on the URL for her website. I'll come back to Market Finder, and I'll type in her website here. And then what you'll see then is the option to agree to the terms. So I'll agree to the terms. But before I do that, just to highlight again why this tool is important to a business owner, they're able then to get tailored ideas on where and insights. It's really a tool to empower the SME with information that they would require to help them understand where else there's potential for their products in other markets other than where they currently are. So they'll get recommendations on those markets and high-level insights about those markets. They'll also be able to learn how to adapt. I like your word this morning, Eric, of pivot. So they're able to pivot or adapt themselves to these new markets by what they get from the insights that they'll glean from this tool. And then they'll also be able then to reach the right audience with the various tools that will be highlighted on this product. So for example, if I want to export my products to the US or to Germany or to the UK, I will now know what tools are available to me to, one, of course, move from point A to point B, but then also how then do I create awareness to the people who are already searching for those products that I'm currently selling in my market. So I'll be able to know exactly how big the opportunity is in those markets, and then what tools to use to be able to reach those new markets.
Now, when
Those
you
are
say,
the three things that.
please go ahead, Rosemary. I apologize for interrupting you. Yes, you're saying?
No, go ahead, City. I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
It looks like we're both sorry here. So, okay.
Let the first one who was sorry go ahead.
I was sorry first, so you continue.
So I will continue. Thank you for your permission, City. I'll hit continue. So I've put in here the website for, in this case, my example, which is Wangare's company. But you can also put your business profile. Whatever your landing page is that you're currently using today, you just put that in there, agree to the terms, and then you click continue.
Okay.
So when I click continue, it does its own thing, and it goes through my website to say, okay, I see, Wangare, you currently are selling these products that fall in these two categories, hygiene and toiletries, because that's what she sells. She sells soap. Mm-hmm. She also, it's proposing to me also arts and culture. I'm thinking, that's not really what I am, so I'll X this one out. It's proposing liquid soaps. I'll say, yeah, I also have liquid soaps, but I could also add new categories. So I click on the add category button here, and I can go through and see what other category options are available to me that I feel were missed by the initial scan done by the tool. So I'll go through and say, okay, fine, I'm not in vehicles, I'm not in real estate. I might be in beauty and personal care. Let me select that one and see what options I get from it. Mm-hmm. So it's skincare, yes, I'm in skincare, so I'll add skincare. I'm not in tanning, I'm not in spa, but I'm in anti-aging. Okay, I'll add that one. And then nail care, lip care, not really, makeup, not really, hair care. So what I'll do is I'll just add the new ones, and I'll confirm the categories.
Okay.
So you see in this case, you have the option to go through what else is available that was probably missed by the initial scan, add the categories, and then you confirm.
Okay.
So now I have 5 categories here. Can I just stop and see if there are any questions before I proceed?
Yes. You mentioned tools, okay, that will enable this entrepreneur to actually reach the wider market for the product that they have. What do these tools involve? What are they? I mean, to what extent, how far will you go with these tools?
Yes. So the goal here is that you learn about all those tools in this journey, but I'll give you a teaser campaign now, CT. So you will learn about tools to build your awareness. So if I want to export to a new market, in this case, maybe the US or Germany or the UK, I'll first of all know how big the opportunity is in those markets, how many people are actually searching for these products that I currently are selling in my current market. I'll learn about how to build my awareness by, if I wanted to build a campaign, what tools are available for me, whether it's a search campaign, a video campaign. I'll know what tools are available that can help me create that awareness, leveraging those advertising platforms. Mm-hmm. Then number 3, I'll also know who are the partners that I can be able to connect with, whether it's logistics partners to understand how to go from point A to point B. If I want to focus on going by air, who are available to support me at the point to where I am to the last mile. If I want to understand the tax implications, what are the available resources? If I want to understand things about legal and the law that governs the market, what are those available? So it'll give me a whole plethora of resources that I can then go and tap into to understand, okay, I want to go to the US, here are my logistics partners, here is the opportunity in the marketplace, here are the things I should think about from a legal perspective, from tax perspective, from compliance. So it'll just like a dump of what's available for me to be able to have access to know how to go about this process.
Okay. Another question coming in is, Rosemary, what are the direct benefits of the marketplace, as opposed to just knowing how does it really affect the business, my business, anyone's business?
Good question. So I'll go back to Wangare's example. So initially began just exporting her products to people within her vicinity. She was first in Nairobi, then she moved to Murang'a, but then now she's also supplying people who are outside of her jurisdiction. But from her being online, she was able to find out, okay, I'm getting demands from people in Uganda, in South Sudan, for example, or in Rwanda or Tanzania. But that just came from her getting those phone calls. With this tool, she's able to know specifically which are the top markets that I believe have the biggest demand for my products. And therefore, I'm able then to proactively go out and seek them out, as opposed to waiting for calls to coming through and then being more reactive. To help an SME therefore become more proactive, like, okay, fine, I'm getting this inquiries, but I can also be the one looking out for where there's opportunity and then go out for them aggressively.
Okay. Here's a question from somebody who has just started the process, interestingly enough, since we started. And she says, so I've gone ahead to hand in just yesterday my information, and I'm waiting then for the verification to go through. Do I still need to go ahead with the process of sponsoring my page on other social if it will show up on Google?
Good question. So step one is it takes about 24 hours, hopefully max, not more than that, for you to get a phone call back from our partner to verify you. And it's an instant verification. Once they verify you, then you'll be able to then claim your business and say, now I am the owner of this business profile. And then you can then link all your social platforms, Facebook, if you want to, or your website, to your business profile. Once you have that done, now you can then begin to do your campaigns. If you want to create for yourself awareness. If you want to go and do campaigns on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google, you can then do that therefore afterwards.
Okay.
Great. And I think then we should actually also feature some of the people who have recently put their businesses online. We can, talking with your partners at Africa 118, they can, identify some of those that have come in and they have interesting businesses and from various sectors that we can talk about, how they learnt about this, how they've gone about it, how soon it took for them to receive a call back, and how long it took them to get their profile pages up, and then also to see whether they are able to go through this in terms of going to the marketplace, going to the market finder, and everything else.
Absolutely.
The power of example can never be underestimated, because even as people listen to this, some may say, well, I'm not really quite there, and this may be beyond what I want, and yet that may not necessarily be the truth.
Agreed, yeah. So I can definitely get a few who've joined in the last few weeks, because we are getting a lot of phone calls coming through since we began this show. So thank you very much for that. And we can definitely spotlight one or two that have been able to create their profiles in the last few weeks, ask them about the experiences, and see how we can hold their hand for the next journey to then be able to expand beyond current market to new markets with these new tools.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. So another question is, yesterday, somebody who was listening keenly, you talked about finance for business on the Google. So how can Google help, and at what stage would the financing come in?
Right. So right now, because we don't really offer financing solutions yet as Google, what we do is we partner with institutions, in this case, banks, microfinance companies who are offering currently solutions today. Just to highlight to you, we do list them on our website. So if you are to go and click on access to finance, you'll see who the partners that we've been able to engage in the last few months, who then are able to provide to the SMEs looking for financing what's available. So what we do is we just highlight to the SME who are the partners currently today who are offering financing. You find them on our website. And when you click to them from our website, you'll go directly to their landing page to then be able to apply for a loan. So, for example, I walk them through Pezesha, who currently are offering loans right now that are currently competitive in the marketplace. You just click on the link to Pezesha, select your country, go through the application form, and then you'll get a phone call back from somebody from Pezesha who will then go through your form and see what your requirements are, and hopefully you'll be able to qualify for the funding.
I guess then the question is, what are the minimum requirements before I go in there and then I'm told, we only finance businesses that have 15 employees, that are in 3 different regions, that have a daily turnover of 10,000 shillings. Is there any minimum criteria, or let's just use the Kenyan word, what are the conditionalities?
Yeah, and that's a good question, Eric. So it will vary by the institution. So in this case with Pezesha, they're able to offer loans as low as you can see, as low as 10,000 shillings, right, as their first category. That means they're truly at the microfinance level. right? So in this case, you have to just, unfortunately, just go through the journey and figure out what are their processes to determine eligibility. But in this case, you can see from this example, it could be as low as 10,000 shillings for an SME who's approved. So I won't be able to speak to their requirements for what they offer, but at least you can be able to start the process now and hopefully understand once you get a phone call from Pesesha on what you're qualified for and how and the criteria for eligibility. But it will vary with Pesesha, it will vary with DTB. So every bank will have their own criteria and their own minimum threshold. But at least you can figure out who are the partners today who are offering loans to SMEs, and you can find them from our website.
Does it get easier for individuals who go through their Google page, for example, to get this kind of financing? Is it a leg up because you've gotten your page done?
Yes. So the key, good question though. So yes. So what we say is at least we want to help the SMEs become market ready. That way they've come from being an offline only SME to now they have a website. They can be found by customers. They even have a demand pipeline of people who are asking for their queries. So when they go to the bank and say, bank, I have a website. I have a product that currently has a great demand for SMEs, but I'm unable to meet the demand because I lack the basics, the financial background. Here is my pipeline. Here is my presence. Here are my clicks over the last few weeks, few months. So you're able to show that, you truly have done your part to get market ready. And now you just need them to give you the next step to help you then meet that demand and follow through on the value chain. So yes, it does help you if you are able to show that you are online. You have already pipeline of demand of customers.
Yeah.
And now you're doing your part to then get yourself up on the ground.
Great conversation as always, Rosemary, and thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
And yeah, we look forward to speaking with more and more entrepreneurs who have gotten into the Google platform and who have taken advantage of this, just to hear how what their experience is so far.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Remember, you can just learn all this information by, first of all, if you want to get yourself sorted on this, getting your business online, google.africa118.co.ke. Just google.africa118.co.ke. It'll open a page. That page has a form that you can fill. You fill that form. You can also request a call back. They call you back. They ask you, so, all right, what's your business? How can we help you? And they get your business profile up in no time. They say within 24 hours, that's done. At the same time, you want to learn a lot more about the market finder, about the marketplace. g.co/Grow Africa. That's g.co/Grow Africa. I will just go and type on the Google search bar, Rise Up Google, and it'll open the Google Rise Up and Google Grow page. And then you can take advantage of all that, learn and take advantage